Hi everybody, I'm Becky Singleton and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. We're going to talk about mantras. You know, those sayings you tell yourself to keep yourself going and encourage yourself. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to share some of my things that I do and mantras I've made up and just see if they help you. So we're going to get going here today, here on Happy, Healthy, and Fit.
Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby, can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby, can you show me the way?
Hi everybody, welcome today. If this is your first time meeting me, welcome. And I want to ask that you could subscribe, that would be great. Like and share, it really does help the channel, so thank you. We're going to talk about mantras today. You know, those are words that you tell yourself to really uplift you. And I think of them as leveling up options, especially when you first start your day. So you can look in the mirror and you can say some things to yourself that really build you up. We can't always rely on other people, external sources, to do that for us. I don't ever do that. If someone gives me a compliment, I always say thank you. But I lift myself up. That's my job for myself. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same. So I'm going to share a couple of things, a couple of mantras I say every day, maybe several times a day, depending on what's going on. It's really about the feeling. What are you feeling? What are you in need of? A lot of people like to focus on money, so I'll share some money mantras that I often do, but it's really about how you feel. When you feel good, when you feel happy, when you feel joyful, when you are in peace with yourself, things flow to you easily. When I think of that, money flows easily and freely. That's a mantra. And when I'm in that feeling of being abundant and prosperous, I often say that money flows to me easily and freely and frequently. So it's all about believing it. If you don't believe it, it is not coming. You have to believe what you're saying to yourself. And if it takes practice to start to believe, just use a pretend tactic. Kind of like when we were little kids and we would do playtime and pretend we were the doctor and we, someone was our nurse and we would pretend we were doing, medical things on our friends. I used to always say, I'm the doctor. And I would go and pretend I was the doctor in the scenario. But that creative, kid-like activity really helps you to bring up your creative juices, whether that be a project you want to do, a job, something that you want to feel creative about. Definitely tap into that inner child that used to love that play, that fun, and bring that spirit. Like, I often feel like a kid more than I feel like an adult. So I keep in that kid spirit quite often. I tell lots of jokes and a little silly. A lot of people kind of get taken back, but they always laugh. I can get people laughing without even trying. So I keep that kid-like nature with myself. So I'm going to share with you a couple things that I do. I've had this for like years and years and years. And it sits on my desk, and it's called the Power Thoughts. And so what I do sometimes is maybe like at the beginning of the week, if I'm in my office, I kind of shuffle them up and just figure out whatever comes up. My intention is for a positive thought for the day, and I just let it drop. And so I prosper wherever I turn. So I would leave that on my desk so I could look at that for the few days that I leave it there, and I think about it, and I think about what does that mean to me. I prosper wherever I turn, and it gets my juices going about focusing on prosperity. What is prosperity for you? And think about what that is and what you want. I love freedom. I've talked about this numerous times on my videos, and when I crave freedom, it allows me to live a life that affords me to have that freedom. And so my lifestyle brings in the money I need to live a freestyle lifestyle, right? So that's one of the things I do. Another thing I do is I have cards that are called the Law of Attraction cards. And if you understand what the Law of Attraction is, then you understand what some of these sayings will say. And if you know nothing about the Law of Attraction, I want you to Google it and or look on YouTube for Abraham Hicks. This is Esther and Jerry Hicks. They put these together. Jerry has since passed away, but they're wonderful teachers who help us understand what the Law of Attraction was. And Abraham is a spirit guide, a spirit that helps them, give them information. I know it's a little deep, but there's a lot of us that understand and believe. So I want to share with you these samples of positive thought. And so again, I take these cards, and I love this card before I start shuffling. I look for more reasons to appreciate. And you know, often I will tell you, I get appreciation from sometimes the oddest places. So I recently have a friend that I really, really love. I just love him to death. And I realize a lot of my personal growth in the last few years came from meeting him. I've had to push myself to work on myself, see the things that I was lacking in. And it was because when I met him, he sparked something in me. And so sometimes people do that. And whatever gets you to where you're supposed to be going, that's a great thing, right? So I often think of that. I often think of situations that weren't so good, appreciating my experiences with like ex-husbands. You know, I wouldn't wish any of what has happened to me on anyone, but I appreciate those lessons. And whenever you have appreciation, you draw more to yourself. I always appreciate my home, my children, what I have personally, the business I have, money coming in. I appreciate all of that. My parents, I appreciate that. My dad's passed on, but I often pray and thank him for giving me like superhero strength in a lot of areas, and the ability to be so physically fit. At my age, it's odd. So to a lot of people, but I appreciate that. That's a genetic factor that I take very seriously and appreciate. So I take these cards, I do the same thing I just showed you before. I just kind of shuffle with an intention of a good message, and you know, just kind of wait until one falls out, and then I kind of focus on that card, just like that. Okay, so we're gonna see what that says. It says, I am selfish enough to want to feel good. I am selfish enough to want to feel good. That's an awesome card. You know why? Because a lot of us feel like if we're selfish, that's bad. Selfish is not bad. I'm going to repeat that. Selfish is not bad. Because once you take care of yourself, you have the ability to take care of others. Just like when you're in a plane, which I'll be in shortly, the flight attendants tell us if something happens in the cabin and the mask comes down, they don't tell you to go fit everybody else with a mask. They tell you to put the mask on yourself first before helping others. This is about helping yourself first before helping others. You must take care of yourself. That is extremely important. The other thing I want to tell you is sometimes I write mantras down. So one of the mantras I wrote down recently from a woman I stay tuned into, I just loved it because it was totally where I'm at. And it was called, I call it the Happily Optimistic Mantra. It says, bring it whenever I'm ready for it. I'll do my best to get ready for it. And I'll get there as fast as I can. But I'm having a really good time. I'm satisfied where I am and eager for more. I love where I am. Everything is always working out for me. Think about that. Be grateful for where you are, but be open to more coming to you. That's what mantras are about, to draw good, leveling you up, giving you more things to think about that are great. Don't think negative. Keep yourself in a happy, positive, lively state so you can draw in things. When you start to think negative or think of past things or too far in the future, you put up blocks and resistance for things to come to you. Stay in the moment, stay right here, stay right now. And what is it that will make you happy today? And so remember, everything is always working out for me is one of the mantras I say to myself every day. And money comes easily and freely. Those are the two mantras I say every single day, multiple times a day. And I encourage you to try it. Do it your way, but find a way to tell yourself daily some type of mantra to keep your level up, your high flying disc up in the air at all times. Anything that comes to you that's low, it won't affect you. You'll just laugh it away. Good luck next time, because you keep yourself up high. Okay, keep that level of positivity up all the time. I hope that helped you today. I wanted to really spill out some love through the mantras, and I want you to start to try to do that. Try even a notepad, put it on your mirror. That's a fun way to do it too. So thank you for joining me today. I'm Becky Singleton, and I'm just like you.
Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby? Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show